All right, guys, straight here into the grand finals of the EPT American Weekly with the two guys that dominate every single region's weekly. It's Cure in the top right and Zest at the bottom left. Both representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. And just keep in mind, guys, Zest is cheese-proof in this matchup. Why? Because he just sent one of his very first workers straight across the map, harassed the crap out of the barracks, blocked the command center, went home. So he basically just does I'm going to cut a bit of mining early, lose a bit of minerals, but I will scout any sort of proxy so fast because I get to your base literally before your barracks should even be starting. And I know instantly the moment a proxy might be going down. So proxies just don't really work against Zest since he does this like half the time at the moment, and he's just going to go standard behind this. Now, Zest, a big fan of 4-gate Blink, wouldn't be surprised to see him do that. Could play 3-gate, but he's definitely enjoying the aggressive mid-game styles. He's doing really, really good. Factory there? No unit building. Widowmine or Hellion? Looks like Widowmine, he didn't have the gas for it because he was building the starport. Okay, cool. So real standard opening for Cure. Looks like just a classic Widowmine drop. Okay. Now, I've been up on my high horse criticizing Terran players a lot recently. Q is one of them. Q is a player who I thought was so next level for a few weeks. And lately his TVPs looked a little uninspired. Ooh, good shade in. But, hey! He purposely didn't put that SCV in so the other SCV could be protected. There's going to be 5 Marines out in a moment, which is enough to beat the Adepts, but not super soundly. So he just kind of waits. Backs on off. Yeah, so basically what's happening is if a lot of players are being very predictable with just going 4-gate Robo. Zest is one of them. Maxpax is another. And he does it again. So I've been talking a lot about how because the only... This is basically, I think Protoss are winning the meta war right now. Where they're finding they can either go for a 2-base DT drop or a 4-gate Blink, like 90% of their games. And Terrans are always doing either a Widowmine or a Hellion drop into it, losing it, and then the Stalker's counterattack, and the Terran is just taking tons of damage, and is basically pinned back for the rest of the game, and the Protoss is in the driver's seat. And I keep saying, look, if the Protoss is going to commit to 4 gateways to defend real early, why not skip the starport, drop a quicker 3rd CC, make a few tanks, and just do a big 3-base play? Just skip trying to attack a Protoss in the early game. If the Protoss are never rushing a 3rd base at the moment, and obviously it's not never, but it's very rare, and it depends on the player you're playing. But Zest, Maxpax, a few of the guys, they're very vulnerable to a quick 3rd CC. Now Blink just finished. This is very dangerous for Cure, but he does get the burrow off. The thing is, what's Zest going to lose here, guys? 1 Stalker, but he gets the medevac. Well worth losing a Stalker and a little bit of mining time. Complete shutdown on this pressure. Now Zest gets to go attack with his Warp Prism 4-gate Stalker, and your first tank is only about to pop. So the weakness here is your tank production's so delayed. That Widowmine drop goes in, it trades poorly, and then you're simply behind from here because that bunker doesn't have a tank supporting it. Zest can kill that bunker right now. You need to pull tons of SCVs to repair, which means Zest can focus down the SCVs, and then you're behind. So I believe that a lot of the Terran players are not playing smart against a set of very predictable Protoss players. Remember, Protoss players are always looking to kind of counter the way Terrans are playing. They're always changing their styles. Terrans, I find, tend to look for a solid style, and that's not the right way to play TVP. I think TY was always changing it up, and this is what I talked about. The bunker's exposed. It's going to go down. This is a disaster for Cure, and it all comes off him doing an opening, which is very weak against what Zest does. Ah, man. He might just die here. This is a lot of damage. Let's see how it goes. 9 SCVs already going down. Zest has lost 2 Stalkers, 2 Adepts, but causing a lot. That's a lot of Marines. Blinking into 17 Marines is a wild choice. But he does it. One-shots the tank, man. Auto turret's going down, but that's okay. He can one-shot the auto turret. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't have the extra tank or 2 out early, 4-gate Blink is really powerful if you give them an opening. So right now we're looking at a meta where Q is a fantastic player, but I have the same criticisms for him. Marine Lord, Clem. Basically every Terran I've been watching in the last few weeks has been doing the same sort of let's try and harass a Protoss. And in the last few weeks we've seen very little 2-gate Blink Robo into the 3rd. Right? Very few of those super economic openings, very few Phoenix openings from Protoss. So in general, it kind of just feels like Why are we trying to throw away a Widowmine drop or a Hellion drop every game? Sometimes it works. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is 100% the worst thing to do, but I look at this from a coach perspective. I look at this from the perspective of a guy who's watching and casting these games every week, and I've cast about 60 series maybe. I'm exaggerating. Cure vs. Zest, I've probably cast about 20 this year, series between these two. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating, guys. I cast. Both of them play each other twice a week, basically, most weeks. Terrans are being a little predictable here. There are some very good quick third command center builds where you can actually just build tanks a little bit easier. And it's something where it's not that Terrans should just do that every game, but mix into a best of 5 or a best of 3. Skip the starport, get a quicker third CC. It's a great style to mix in there, and it's not really seeing any play. And there's a reason why Terrans want to be aggressive, because Protoss go through phases where they're super greedy. But sitting here from a meta-analysis standpoint, which I get to very easily sum up, because I'm sitting here in a bird's eye view looking at the games with nothing on the line, right? It's very easy for me to make this analysis. But the Terran players are playing their hands. And this is I know if TY was playing and wasn't in the military right now, he would have already been punishing with that sort of play. Because TY is always looking at things from a high-level strategic viewpoint. But I don't think Cure, and I don't think a lot of the Terrans are really putting on their thinking caps and going, hey, let's actually look at how Protoss are playing and counter it. I think Terrans are thinking, but if I do that, it could be countered by that. Or if I do that, it could be countered by that. And the thing is, it's like, yeah, that's kind of StarCraft. Is that a Baneling, by the way? What's in there? There's always risks in anything you do. But at the moment, we're seeing Protoss consistently get ahead with 4-gate Blink Robo every single game. And I'm going to keep ranting about it because Terran players are playing predictably. Protoss players are playing predictably. Protoss players seem to be winning. In my experience, they're doing a little bit better at the moment. So and Zest has been getting the better of Cure, at least in the series I've been casting. I'll have to check their head-to-head, as they have one of the longest-going rivalries, where they've played 150, 120, 130 series, something like 130 best-of series, something like 400 maps they've played against each other, and it's usually almost always 50-50. So we'll check in on those stats after this game, and I'll bring that in. Of course, once again, early probe. This was a pretty early probe going across the map for Zest. Just he loves this early probe, and it just harasses. It keeps an SCV busy, and I think he likes it partially because he can just keep SCVs busy, delay the barracks. He can see things like, oh, you're going reactor first? Cool. I know exactly what I'm up against. Often delays the command center, though. I think he's a little slow to do that this time. Needed to get there a bit earlier if he wanted to block that. So Cure, happy to have for once an uninterrupted command center. Yeah, I'm not trying to be cocky and shit on players because there's so much going on in StarCraft, and as a bystander, it's easy to say, hey, you could get a meta win here. That doesn't solve all of Terran's problems. What it does is it punishes one build that is a bit too common for Protoss, and they're getting away with it a bit too much. And it's little changes like that that actually make big swings in matchups. It's not always, oh, but then how do I answer this and this and this? It's all you need to do is make the Protoss a little less confident and comfortable doing the exact same thing every game. Now that being said, this is Beckett. This is a map where Zest is likely to potentially, I mean, actually, this is another map where 4-gate Blink's very likely, but who knows, maybe DT drop could come out here. I don't think DT drop's good on such a short rush distance map. You'd prefer to have a bit more space to work with, because if they push you with a stiff push, it's going to be hard to deal. Now, he doesn't know if it's 3 racks or not, so the Adept's going to come over there and try and get some info, and it is indeed a 3 racks. Now, if that Adept Shade finishes there, I believe it can see both of these barracks. So I've been a little critical of Terrans also for giving away scouting information to Protoss players for free. Now, obviously, if Zest lets that Shade finishes, that Adept dies. So it's pretty unlikely a player is going to do that, but I've actually seen that punished a few times where the Protoss will just let that Shade finish and then quickly recall the Adept. And if the Marines don't track it, then that's definitely an issue. Ooh, he tracked onto the weak SCV, trying to pretend like he was going to let it finish. Zest there, cheeky bugger. So Robo, okay, yeah, so far it looks like a 4-gate Blink build, guys. Just keep your eye on the production tab for 2 more gateways going down in the next 20 seconds. Meanwhile, Stim though. So Stim, 3 racks, very good build on this map. And what's always interesting is, oh, Q is going to slide those Marines across. But you see an empty bunker. Bit of a tell here. Does Zest let it finish? No, he doesn't. Does he realize? I'm not sure if he realizes. Uh-oh, he's behind you. From behind you, the Terran comes, and Cure. Oh, that's a good start, dude. There's only one Stalker on the map. 2 more do warp in. He's going up to 4 gateways behind this, and I like that Cure just backs off now. Once it's been spotted like that, you know that Zest is probably going to be ready. Just pull back, stim, shields, more Marines. Now, notice that he plays 1 gas for a very long time. I believe it's about 420, 430 maybe when Cure tends to drop his double gas. His engineering bay is a little bit later, but he gets a pretty well-timed factory with this as well. And he does that because he's not spending any gas on Marauders. It's just stim, shields, 100 gas for the +1 upgrade on the engineering bay, which will start in a moment. And then the factory goes down 420. So it's factory, then double gas. 420 for the factory, 425 for the double gas. This is a good build order. I really do like it. And this is actually a more defensive one. Notice he cut unit production for a moment there. Now he's queuing Marauders, so he's actually not going to commit. And why not? Well, he sent a Marine in because he wanted to spot a 3rd, but he knows he's against 4-gate blink in 90% of these games, and so he's just chilling. He's saying, no, we just sit at home. If he blinks in, we stim on him, we fuck his shit up. As long as you don't lose the bunker, 3-Rax is pretty good versus 4-gate blink. If you lose your bunker, ooh, it gets dicey because medevacs are still several minutes out. You can't heal, so you need to be very careful with your stim. He doesn't have a spotting unit out front. Oh, Cure lets the bunker die, a huge mistake. He's now got to try to blink to punish the fact that Zest blinked forward. He wants that warp prism. But notice the Stalker's kind of blocked it there. He's going to stim again and get the prism. Warp prism needs to unload. Does it? Oh, he turns and fights. No extra stim for Cure. So check 1 Stalker for 9 Marines in the bunker. And I don't know if he can rebuild that bunker in time. It takes 30 seconds to build a bunker. This is once again a disastrous situation for Cure. If you play 3-Rax, you've got to either hide your bio on the map so you can try to sandwich the Stalkers from behind with half your army, or you've got to keep the bunker up with mass repair. But now he's in this position, it's very dicey. He can still hang on, especially if Zest gets overeager. But right now, Zest forcing big SCV pools, picking off units for free. And Zest is going Forge Robo Bay, which means Forge Robo Bay and 3rd Nexus. That's Protoss saying I'm going to the next step. So you expect to see a probe move out and take a 3rd in the near future as well. Yeah, Immortal production, more probes. Still hasn't sent a probe to the 3rd, which is interesting. A little bit different. And these Stalkers coming forward. I am actually no longer just casting the games, guys. At this point, I am deeply analyzing and breaking down the meta between these two, because I see it every single week, and it's actually insane how good Zest has been going in it. That being said, 3-Rax, it's very durable. You can get a few units picked off. You've still got a lot of units. The Prism survives. Baiting more stims. Medevacs are here. Oh, he comes forward, gets a Marine. He's looking for a Marauder. He gets it and doesn't lose any Stalkers. Dude, look at the units lost tab. Zest is best. Or as people have been saying more recently, Zest is chest. Apparently the most manly part of the body, I guess, is the chest. I don't know. Firm pectorals. Anyways, 3rd base, Colossus range is on the way, +1 armor as well. It's still just pure bio for Cure. He hasn't found the money to get the 4th and 5th ranks. He's building tanks. So he's up to 4 medevacs in a moment. Does he swap to Vikings or 2 more medevacs? Let's find out. Ooh. Yeah, I think he's going to go Vikings because he knows he's up against Colossus. Pure bio versus Colossus kind of sucks. And you also just want a Viking to kill the Prism. Zest was not paying attention. Oh my god. Flies his Prism into that. A little sloppy. Not quite a maxi taxi, as he made Cure work for it, but it does go down. More sentries on the way. 2 Immortals. Those are Marauder tank slayers. In any battle, keep an eye on that. If they manage to get their hits on the tanks or the Marauders, the Immortals are going to make bigger difference. If they're just hitting Marines or they're stuck behind the Protoss army, they won't be that effective. Big push coming forward for Cure right now. He's got a 3rd CC behind this. I don't really know if this is the best angle for Cure right now. I think it's a terrible angle, in fact. The force fields, the Colossus, the Immortals. I mean, even though he's fighting away from batteries, it looked like a good start to the fight. Was it too much, though? Oh, I mean, Zest thought the angle was good enough, but he just wasn't quite ready on all of his warpins. He didn't have any charge zealots in there. He's got charge. He doesn't have any charge zealots. Zest! Oh man, the Beckett punish. It's just such a good map for these Terran pushes. They get across so fast. Zest thought, oh, your army's so clumped up, I can force field it. But I think those units rallying along the south side made the difference there. What an insane turnaround. It looked like Zest was just way ahead all game. Cure essentially doing a big 2 base just bio tank push, and he just overwhelms those units fighting away from the batteries. And it's just before, it was 2 things, away from the batteries, and he was just hitting 8 gateways after the fight happened. His charge was done. Didn't have any Zealots yet. Zealots are the best unit for tanking and whatnot. Oh, he stims in and gets the Colossus as well. Wow. Oh, I don't know about sieging the tanks there. I actually think that was not a good call. Does kill the Immortal. And these Marauders focusing down the Stalkers very well. That's going to be game there. Cure. Dude, even when things aren't going well, Cure always finds a way. Very nice. So I just want to check, were there any Zealots in that fight, guys? We don't worry, we won't miss the next lobby. Icegar's hosting it, so there's no way. I say that. Yeah, it was just Stalker, Sentry, Immortal, and Charge, and his 8 gateways were all about to finish. He just had 6 gateways done. So this is just a bad fight, actually, for Zest. It looked like a tempting angle, but he kind of got baited there. If he just shaved units and then pulled back a bit quicker, as soon as he dropped his force fields, he'd be good. All right, guys, up here in the top left, it's Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Cure. Honestly, a sloppy move out, and I don't know if he... That attack was actually really badly positioned, his army. Just a bad choice for Zest to go out and fight him. Zest had no Zealots. If he warps in 6 Zealots, he had 6 warp gates ready, and he had the minerals. Or if he even buys time and gets 2 warp ins, has 14 Zealots, because he had 8 gateways and 3 mineral lines going. 14 Zealots in front of that army, and Q is absolutely dead. So great opening for Zest, but I think he just was not quite realizing how fast and hard that push was going to hit across the map. What looked like a good fight angle was undone from the fact that the flank came on the south, number 1, and number 2, his Zealots had not been added to the army. The most important part, if you're fighting a pitched battle, Zealots are the most important kind of tanky, cheap unit to be added in there. So a good turnaround there. Now Q is going to do a bit of a 1 base opening, double gas, second depot there. Just doesn't need it yet, but he just wants to block Zest scouting. Zest actually checked up here for some proxy barrack shenanigans and is otherwise just chilling for now. Okay, SCV. Now remember, Zest has been staying up all night playing EU. I can't quite remember who he lost to, if it was Big Gabe or someone else, but he played EU all night, which means it's midday in Korea, and he has not slept. I honestly, I don't know what the hell his sleep schedule is. I think he normally sleeps about like 1 p.m. Korea time till 9 p.m. or something insane like that, but then he gets up early on GSL days and then wonders why he does better in online cups than GSL. I don't honestly know. His sleep schedule befuddles me. It's some true trash man pro gamer shit, I think. I don't know how he does it. It still looks so fit and switched on all the time, man. Because he's one of the healthier looking pro gamers. Oh, look at that Stargate, a change up. So Zest keeping it flexible. And it's actually a Reaper opening for Cure this time as well. So problem for him, of course, is... Oh, it's 2 Reaper Hellion, isn't it? Oh, I hate this build. So I often talk about it. I don't like this build, the 2 Reaper Hellion, just because it very rarely finds damage, especially if they wall off the jump-in path like Zest has. That being said, if like the Adept comes across, gets over-aggressive, it can work in your favor. But I've even seen games where like 2 Adepts shade across, and they actually delay the SCV on the command center, and then you're way behind. Because this command center already delayed a little bit, and I just personally prefer the gas-first build, where not only does your expansion start about 10-15 seconds early, you have double Hellion or double Mine production, which is a bit stronger. Oh, Cure on move command! Cure! Oh my god. Oh, that was a little sloppy, dude. Already loses a Reaper, and this is what I'm talking about. These 2 Adepts can come in, and now they can kill that SCV. Oh my god, this is exactly why I hate this build. Too many times this happens. This happens all the time in this matchup between these two. Now that's delayed. You already went for a late command center. He went for a greedy macro build. This Adept can defend you at home. You'll be lucky to kill 2 or 3 probes here. I don't even know if you'll get that. Let's see what he can get. I mean, Q has got to make the most of this scenario. He's going to get 1 probe. Can he get another one? Yes, he can. Will he get a 3rd? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, he gets a few kills. Makes the best of a bad situation. Doesn't quite get that last hit on that probe. But his command center has been massively delayed at home. And he's losing this trade as well. Oh, this is a straight disaster for Cure. This opening so consistently goes into this problem. This is a bit of an issue. Why do StarCraft bros always talk about tools at the moment? It's because look at how good these Adepts are. They're just the better tools. It's a meme based off Marine Lord kind of balance whining after he lost to Max Pax and DreamHack, guys. That is why there are constant memes about tools at the moment in my videos and elsewhere. He said that it just feels like Protoss has the better tools, not necessarily the better players. And obviously it was a frustrated tweet. People have made a bit too much of it. It just is funny. It sounds too funny. Now, double Oracle into Phoenix. Very quick third base, all off of one gate. Great greedy follow-up. Cure does not have a follow-up push for a long time. Second and third barracks is even later than off a standard opening into a Widowmine drop. They're about 45 seconds later. And yeah, you're working with very few units off this opening. So I'm not a big fan of this opening. Hasn't worked out this game. This was the worst case scenario for Cure. I've seen it work really well for him. So this was kind of an unfortunate turn of events. Losing that Reaper at the start, oof, made things hard. Oh no! Oh no! And there's 2 Phoenix. That's enough to lift up both Widowmines. Oh, this is a disaster. Yeah. So now we can drop them one at a time and just let the Oracle kill it. Yeah. Oh. Complete shutout, guys. I think we might see a 3-1, honestly. This feels like a crushing win for Zest. He's on 1 gate, or 2 gates, sorry, going Charge Forge already. His third base is there. This Hellion sees it. Cure's got to feel his heart sink. Seeing a finished third at this point, but he doesn't have any attack timing. Like I said, he doesn't have any way he can make an attack work. Gets 2 probes, which is something. I don't know if it's enough, man. I do not know if this is going to be enough. Okay, we've got a big thanks gifted sub there, Neat Pete. Hey, appreciate that, my dude. Nutella the Hun with a 600-bit cheer as well. Thank you to Tella the Hun. I love it. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, the bunker was in range. The bunker was in range of the Oracle, so it actually did okay there. Gets a few SCVs and a few Marines. Oh, it loses an Oracle for it. Behind this, though, the Gateway Explosion, guys. The Gateway Explosion, the Templar Archives. We are going to have so much Zealot Archon. I mean, Cure basically has to build a sick, massive Marines, Widowmines, and in the first fight, he needs to kite backwards, avoid any Widowmine friendly fire, get big hits in the middle of the Zealot clumps, avoid big Archon splash, and if he can kill the first wave of Zealot Archon, keep most of his Marines alive, he has a shot at winning this game. Problem, he's far behind the curve. Gets an Oracle. Okay, this is really nice. I like that Q is threatening here, even though he doesn't even have stim. He has no real business being on the map, but his opponent's being so greedy, it's okay. He can threaten. He can't push, but he can threaten. He can act scary. He's beating his chest. He's stomping his feet. He's shouting, oogie boogie, oogie boogie, oogie boogie boogie doogie. Zest right now is respecting it. He's building his shield battery. He's warping in Zealot Archon, and QS sees the composition. That's a very important scan. He says, oh shit, that's a fighting army that is. You're going Zealot Archon. Go home, go home, go home. Don't take a bad fight. At the same time, Viking lands in the main. Says, might as well use this for something. It looks like nice control by Zest. Zealot gets that Viking before he can lift off. Doesn't even get a single probe. Third command center is almost finished, so well-timed third CC for Cure, considering how the game opened up. Does have a 4th and 5th barracks. He's building SCVs, Marines, Mines, and Marauders. And Widow Mines can always turn it around versus Zealot, Phoenix, Archon. Just remember, if the Phoenix manage to drag the Widow Mine shots over the bio, they will be turned into a big liability. Those Widow Mines, if they end up dragging shots, your Marines are the weakest unit in the game to Widow Mines. Well, Zergling Baneling's a little weaker, but in this matchup. Oh, that micro from Zest. Picking up Marines, just dancing with the devil there. Still mostly Zealot Archon for Zest. As he sees the third come in, Zest is going to want to swing in. He's going to come in from there, there, and there at the same time. Actually, knowing Zest, he might just come in from one big ball from this angle and just A-move it. Knowing he has the army advantage. But he's built a Robo, but because he's not going... Oh, he's going Robo Bay now. I could have sworn he's going to commit to an attack. Is he not? Is he just going to chill? Cure might get back into this game. I mean, it's a better composition long-term for Cure right now. But once Robo Bay kicks in, that's an issue. Uh-oh, is that me? I hope that wasn't me. I don't know what just happened there. My ping's fine. Okay, Phoenix there picking some stuff off. Widow Mines, Marauders popping out, going down. Good pickoffs there for Zest. He's attacking it. That's a lot of Zealot Archon. It's all about the Widow Mines. Watch the Widow Mines. Watch the Widow Mines. Oh, I don't know. I feel like maybe Zest could have jumped on that. I don't know. He's got to flank with the Zealots now, probably. Attacking this from one direction is not a good idea because the range advantage is there for Cure. He's going to go for it. Oh, he doesn't have an Observer, though. He doesn't have an Observer. He needs the Phoenix to pick up the Widow Mines. Oh, attacking from one angle, not the best way to fight with Zealot Archon, but the big Widowmine drag onto the Marines on the left side. Dude, he dragged a giant mine. All those Marines are in the red. As I said, it's a way bigger arm. If Zest came from two sides, this would have been a crushing defeat. It's one of those things we've seen a lot of players not flanking very much in 2021 anymore. No more of those big surrounds that we love to see. I don't know if this is me or someone else, guys. It is Pletz. Pletz, get out. Hold on a sec, guys. We're going to turn this music down just slightly. It's a little loud. Sorry, that Brood War soundtrack's super loud. Oh, and he's getting chased down here as we resume the game. The Phoenix Zealot Archon there. Marine Marauder fighting as well as they can. The Widowmine's here as well. And Q is going to tap. GG. All right, we're going to go into game number 4 here, guys. And I promised I'd look up the stats of these two. Well, recently, the head-to-head, it's still a little in favor of Cure. Because 2 months ago, the 3, 4, 5 months before that, there was like a 7-win streak of Cure actually beating Zest. But more recently, Zest has been winning so many 3-2s, 3-1s against Cure. It's about 6 series in a row. So it's kind of, you know, one of them gets the better of the other for a while, dominates, and then the other one switches it up and gets him. And right now, I think Zest, as I said, has the better meta. I think he has the better... his styles are not getting punished as much. So it is what it is. And we'll see exactly what goes on here. Going into game 4, I said Oxide. I said this is the map where I would expect Zest to go for a DT drop. I've just noticed in pro play, DT drop has become so common on this map. It's not every game, but it's maybe half of the games, whereas that's a strategy you see, what, 1 in 7 PvTs, maybe 1 in 8 or 9 PvTs. It's not like you by its very definition is a bit of a sneaky build. You can't do it too often. Maybe 1 in 6, I think, would be the higher end of it. But on Oxide, it feels like 1 in 2 games. And I think it's just... I was wondering about this the other day, and we had some high-level players, Grim Reaper and a few others in chat chime in. They said, you know what, I think it's because with those build orders, you want to wall off on your natural with a robo. And if they see the robo and the wall off with a unit in it, it usually makes them suspicious. Oh, this could be DT blink or DT drop, sorry, and I'm going to be careful and defend that. And on these maps, because it has a ramp here and same on Blackburn, it's easier to hide that. And also the Terrans are less likely to go Reapers on these maps, and they're more likely to just go Reaper or Marine or Reactor first and just defend, try to skip the bunker, that sort of thing. So that was a really interesting point, and I guess it makes sense. Blackburn as well as here, both more common to see that DT drop on because of that ramp. It's going to be a 3 racks for Cure again. He's been loving this play. Looks great. We had some questions about the pause in the previous game. Why does that happen? The player was lagging. The one of the casters, Pletz, there was lagging. I think he's one of the foreign language, the non-English casters. I'm not sure. Foreign language, obviously, it's not foreign to him. And it's going to be Stargate. So it looks like just Oracle opening potentially here. No! Oh my God!
Robbie. No. I got Silicon Valley money, bitch! I got Silicon Valley bitch!
Let it rain! Thank you so much, Grimson! Oh my God, getting us right up towards that sub goal. Thank you so much, Grimson, for your savage, overwhelming, and much appreciated support. You are an absolute Chad amongst virgins. You are a fox in the henhouse, an absolute mad lad, a zealot in the mineral line, a baneling dropped into the center of 40 probes, and yes, you have +2. Thank you very much, mate. The Adept is going to shade on in. So Zest still doesn't know it's 3 racks. Good hiding on those barracks. Oracle will be the first spotting of this. Now, I think... Okay, he's already going second Oracle, so yeah. Zest is probably going to go 3 gate and keep building Oracles. He's looking for a really quick third right now. I wonder if he cancels that once he realizes what he's up against. So usually what happens here, because that's a 1 gate third, it's a very greedy build, guys. So Zest, I don't think he realizes he's up against 3 racks. Let's see what he does once he realizes. Does he cancel it? A lot of the time you see people go 4 or 5 Oracles and just try to spam lasers and gun down the Marines, but it's a really like do or die situation where you've got to kill those Marines so quickly. So seeing what's up, he now hold positions on the pillar up there. Cure doesn't know, but that Oracle's looking to see if he moves out. Another Oracle, and guess what? Yep, he's going to keep chronoing Oracles. He builds a second gateway. Shield battery on the 3rd base there. I think that's just in battery overcharge range. a third gateway. He will keep building gases as well, and I would imagine he'll put a battery in the natural. Oh, another gateway even. He's going to try and get 4 gates up. Okay. So he's going to try and defend. Now, in this style, you don't have Twilight, you don't have Robo, you don't have Charge or Blink. So you're basically defending with just Oracles and unupgraded gateway units. So the Stim Shield Bio is better, but that's where Stasis Traps, it's where the Oracle's high damage coming in, hopefully after the Marines have already started targeting the Adepts. So the idea is your Adepts, your Stalkers, your other units are taking damage, then the Oracles come in, and even if your opponent retargets, the Oracles are going to have a chance to kind of fire first and start killing Marines before that happens. Goes in for the Stim. Stim. 1 second. Stim finishes. Stim does complete. The Oracle's going to go and try and complete that. But, yep, Stim's already done. Oh, he's going to get both Tech Labs. Very cute here. But Stim and Shield's both finished. He's going to try and finish the Barracks. Gets a Marine as well. But the army's arrived on the other side. And Zest is dead. Oh, good force fields to buy a bit of time, but he doesn't have much damage, man. He needed to force field the choke point. Oh, he misjudged it. Zest misjudged it. Okay, so that third base is toast. The Oracles do some good damage, but they're empty. Those Oracles are empty, guys. They're like, oh, give me a minute, honey. Don't worry. Oh, no, we can go again. Don't worry. We can. No, I just need to rest. Oh, I need a glass of water. Just let me hydrate. Just give me 15 minutes. Well, guess what? 15 minutes ain't gonna do it for Zest right now. He's got 3 Adepts and a Stalker. There's no shield battery in the natural either, which is wild. He's very supply blocked. The Oracles see the army though. He's gonna tag it, make sure he keeps track of it, and tries to immediately retake his third, which I think is a good choice. So third base does start. He's got Blink on the way. He's added a few sentries. He's got a Forge there as well. Third command center is on the way. He's rebuilt his Tech Labs, has Cure, and I think this has gone quite okay for Cure because he kept a lot of his bio alive. I mean, Units Lost tab definitely looks great for him. Killed a bunch of sentries. Killed the third base. Yeah, this feels like a great game for Cure, and it really feels likely we'll get a game 5 after that. Thank you, TSP! Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Hopping on that train. Welcome to the scam train, everybody.
Thanks for the
We thank you for your Bezos bucks, your real dollars, and of course your follows, your tips, and your bits. Remember, just the tip, even a little bit, is enough to sometimes complete me to entire full satisfaction. Thank you very much. Weird comments aside, thank you to people who are generously supporting. If you're watching this on YouTube, if it makes it over there, since it's a pretty good series. Hello, YouTube. What's up, guys? Don't forget to check out the Patreon. It's down below. Check it out. It's in the description below the video. Give it a click. Give it a click, mate, especially if you're using that ad blocker. Come on, mate. Come on. Put some money where your eyeballs are, mates. Anyways, shout-outs aside, it looks like he's going to get Mass Blink out is Zest, but he's kind of stuck on Mass Blink. No splash damage. So this army's coming out. He's got Stalkers. He's got a lot of sentries. Force Field splitting this army could be great. Q does not know about this army, looking to ambush him. Zest. Oh, this is kind of awkward now. Zest's a bit out of position, guys. He's going to try and probably fight this, but Kua has the arc. Kua has a concave. He's got a better angle, just naturally. The thing is, Kua's units are weak, so he doesn't really want to take that fight. Those Stalkers deny that. Zest, like, where'd he go? Oh, no, Zest just lost track of his army. Zest just lost track of his army. Uh-oh. Run! Force Fields will save the day. Okay, good Force Fields. And, I mean, Kua kind of just attacks into it. Gets an Oracle. Gets a couple Stalkers. I think that's a good fight for Kua. Avoids getting too much army trap. Zest is Stalker all-inning, but he's used most of his force fields already, not all of them. So Kua thinks he's the one being aggressive. Little does he know, Zest's trying to kill him right now. Zest is trying to win a base trade. Zest's going to drop a DT Shrine as well. When this base trade starts, Zest will drop a DT Shrine in a moment. He's going to drop it either behind his third or in the back of his main. And if that finishes and he gets some DTs out, he might win. He kills an orbital. He's already doing good damage. I think it's too late to recall now. Oh, he's going to try to recall. He's going to try to do it. Oh, is it enough? Oh my god, it might be. The bio's already overstimmed. He stims again, but a lot of the bio got stuck by the recall. Kills the third, recalls home. Zest, Chad, Gamer says, get the F out of here. The unit's trapping him there. Oh my god, Zest. What a psychopath. Abuses the recall, runs and kills 10 SCVs and a command center. Recalls home, defends with only 10 losses of his own. And he hangs out in this game and says, it's all right. You lost your third command center. It's going to take you forever to rebuild. Q are building an armory, which is a bizarre choice right now. Surely a command center is more important than that. He's just trying to use invisible. Oh, because there's no detection. There's no detection. There's only oracles. So he feels like, hey, if I can get invisible mines, that might get me back in this game. I can use them to harass. I could use them in fights. The oracles are still alive, though, and they're not bad for detecting. Don't go through there. Don't go into there. There's sentries. Watch out for force fields. Oh, man. The Guardian Shield's so good as well here for Zest. Oh my god, this is insane. Ooh, okay.
Thanks for the Bezos bucks.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, this is still looking super dicey. That's still a very scary Terran army. We saw what he was able to do on Beckett. Do not count Cure out yet. He's made crazy comebacks in the past. And he dodges the Revelation. Zest does not see the Widowmine drop sneaking out the left side. But Zest does have a Robo on the way. Problem for Cure, guys. No third command center. He's just planning to lift his main down to his third. He's going to do it soon as well. He's going to do it very soon. Ooh. Oh my god. Thank you very much for the generosity. Yuck. Oh shit, he's diving. Dude, these force fields are too good though. I think this is a very good fight for Zest. The force fields just isolating that army, taking part of it at a time, and Cure unable to get, he needs like a big old surround on this army to just close in. These sentries getting such value. Zest, of course, is floating a little bit of money. He's low on gas right now. He wants to swap into Zealots. Check it out. Winner mines, winner, widow mine dinner. And he unbutters, and then he butters again. Will he unbutter and butter again? No, he will not. But he does manage to actually deny a bit of mining. Can he get one there? No, and the observers are coming out as well, so you know what? This is looking pretty damn good for Zest. Cure lifts his main down there. He's got all this orbital energy saved. I think he's expecting DTs. I think knowing... Remember, I said the moment this happens, Zest will drop a DT straight. Normally in these scrappy games, Zest beelines towards DTs. And Cure, saving all those minerals, those mules, was like, okay. And now he's like, I guess it's not happening. Shit, like, drop the mules, dude. We need... I mean, that's going to get a crazy amount of money. Watch his income shoot up. He's going to hit like 3,500 minerals a minute here. Just for the next 60 seconds while these mules last, of course. But nonetheless, that is a lot of mining. He's got 5 barracks pumping away. His +2 attack's going to kick in 30 seconds as well. Now, Charge is finally getting there. There's an observer perving on him. Oracle's perving on him. Another Widowmine drop comes in, but uh-oh. Cannon well positioned is going to take care of that one. He's still got a Widowmine there, just out of range. Has not been dealt with. Big army there, though. Uh-oh. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for it as Cure. The force fields are still incredible. Cure, though, there's not enough force fields to completely split him off. Not this time. He needs to shove those units in if he wants to commit, but there's batteries behind. A great hold for Zest. Because remember, in this position, he can fall back to the battery. Still no battery in the natural, but he's got that third base ramp that is absolutely fantastic. The bio going in. Cure wants to take this to a game 5. He does not want to lose this so simply. Oh, he's trying to engage, but he's just getting worn down. The Immortal Stalker, the sentries have done so well, and his Zealot run by hits his third, and that's going to be the GG, I think, because he's going to lose his army that he's been building. He's, remember, only on 2 command centers. He loses a bunch of SCVs. The Zealots get on out of there. He even recalls them. Cure. Recall has been the bane of his existence in this game, and Zest is just using his map control, his forward positioning, his recall. He's using all of the Protoss tools to the absolute utmost of his ability. Zealot run by is going to snake around the bottom right side of the map, surprise him on his rally, and that's often the killer. That's enough Zealots, unless he has a shitload of bio at home, which he doesn't because he's rallying. Cure will lose all of his production, which means this army needs to win the game. And I don't think it's enough to win the game. There's a stasis trap right there. He doesn't actually click on that and kill it. He's got to be careful of that. Those Zealots are going to hit his natural in a moment. I don't think he has enough to deal with it. Cure setting up a nice little position to be annoying. The Stalkers are picking him off. Ooh, he's actually got quite a bit of bio at home. Not bad. Oh, he can hold. He can hold. Okay, that Zealot force actually finds a big rally of bio. Cure will defend that. Unfortunately, though, his Widowmines are getting picked off, man. These Stalkers also wounded, but they keep getting healed by the batteries. And now a Colossus is there. He sends 1 Marine in. I mean, he wants to pick up and go in the main. Of course he wants to pick up and go in the main. I don't think he can do it, man. But he's scared. He's like, hey, you're far enough out of position. I guess I can. He's going to try and force this engagement. And a wise pullback. He says, no. Too clean from you. Does get a couple Stalkers there. 1, 2, 3. He's got to pull back before the force fields trap him. Get out of there. Loses a few extra units there. Cure wants the Cyber Core as well as that Stalker. Oh, his Marauder's hitting the Colossus right now. Once the Colossus are hitting you, though, it does get dicey. He clicks on the battery. He's going to click on the cannon. Ooh! Oh, Colossus in the open! Oh, he doesn't quite get it. Gets it deep in the red, but... Oh my god. Zest's hungry now. Zest's horny. Zest's hangry. And he is coming after this Terran, thumping his fist on the table saying, feed me your bio, you filthy little Terran. And Zest will complete the victory with that. The last vestiges of Cure's army wiped off the map. I mean, what a great job Kua did after losing that third command center. This was an extended 2-base all-in that he was forced into. He made these fights close. He made it look good. He made Zest work for this victory. But at the end of the day, Zest just too dominant at the beginning of this series and looking so damn good. The Colossus are just absolutely smashing. There's no answer. It's Marine Marauder. There's too many Zealots up front. You're never going to get through those with your Marauders. It's all about mining this base. He's going to have to pull the boys. And the boys will say, for the Terran Empyrean, let's fucking go. The Dominion. Yeah, boy. Yeah. And Operation SCV Shield unfortunately works out the way it often does, with a whole lot of dead SCVs and the Protoss still standing victorious. GG, well played, Zest, with some bloody fantastic games. And honestly, I didn't think this was great for him. But that maneuver, we just got to appreciate that maneuver. The choice to kill the third like that was absolutely savage, man. Oh, the back key is taking me back 2 minutes at a time now. So it was about 7 minutes, I think, right? When he goes for that third, maybe a bit later. But look, he loses his third, loses his sentries. I mean, this is a bad position. Losing a few tech labs, but no, the upgrades are already being done on them. Not a big issue. It's not game over from here, of course. It was such a greedy third base, it kind of had to die. But this, he builds a gateway on the front. He's posturing for position. They're kind of vying for position. The force fields just kept getting used. And, I mean, to have that army there and to still be confidently going across the map aggressively, he catches 2 medevacs, focuses the command center, kills the S, and then recalls the Stalkers. He doesn't even recall the sentries. And remember, this army got caught by a stasis trap, got stuck behind each other. It had to funnel through there, has to funnel through here and here. It all gets stuck behind each other. And he's also split some units into the third, so they're not there. And the units couldn't even escape. I mean, this was a beautiful, beautiful move, so decisive, in such a painful position, in such a struggling position. And Kua just a little bit too far behind there to fight back. GG, well played. Zest takes the finals 3-1. GG.